that maybe was the problem now. So I'm just going to skip this one. But when you go back onto the link, you're more than welcome to go into this document and do it for yourself. I will explain to you what it is all about. The document is just for fun, actually, and there you're going to get some questions regarding entrepreneurship. So you are going to answer questions yes or no. All right, the questions is on the document, and then depending on how many questions you're going to answer yes, that is going to indicate to you if you are a possible entrepreneur for the future or not. So I actually wanted you to do it just for the fun for today to start with, but I think that was the document that actually made the problem now for getting in and sharing everything. So afterwards, you're more than welcome to go onto it and do it by yourself to see if you are a possible entrepreneur or not. All right, but otherwise we're going to continue with the lesson for today. Still, we're busy with the entrepreneurship. I just want to show you again on that slideshow. Remember, there's my details. So if you need anything or remember about the assignment that I've given you yesterday, that poster that you need to do for next week, then you can send it to that email address. All right. So remember, we're still busy with entrepreneurship, so I'm just going to continue this lesson from yesterday. So if you want to create your own business, there are some steps that you need to follow, all right? The first step is you need to go and do some research. Whatever your business is going to be, you need to go and find some info before you can start the business. Then second step is now you have done some research and you need to make a plan. So how are you going to take these research that you have done and formulate it into a plan to start a business? Step 3, very important. Nothing can happen if you don't have finances. So you need to plan your finances. Where are you going to get the finances and how you are going to interpret it into your business plan that you're going to do. Number 4, you need to choose a business structure. Okay, what I mean with a business structure is like what type of ownership your business is going to be. And later on, we're going to touch on this again. Like, is it going to be a sole trader? Is it going to be a partnership? Is it going to be a close corporation or a company? So what type of ownership your business is going to be? So this is actually the business structure that you're going to decide on. Then after that, you now basically, so you've got now your idea of business, you know where the money is coming from, you have a plan for your business, and now you need to go and register your business name. All right. After that, after the registering of your business name, you need to get some licenses and permits depending on what type of business you're going to have. With step 7, you need to choose an accounting cycle, what you're going to do. Now, you've got different accounting cycles. That is basically the way how you're going to enter the info into the accounting books, depending again on what type of business you're going to have. Then after that, you're going to set up a business location, so where you're going to be situated with your business. Then you're going to get your team ready. That means the other people that is going to work for you. And after that, now you can start to promote your business by advertising your business. So, right, so 10 steps that you need to follow to create your own business. Do research, make a plan, plan your finances, choose a business structure, register your business name, get the necessary licenses and permits, choose the accounting cycle that's going to work for your business, set up a business location, get your team ready, and start promoting your business. Right, now, the rest of this slideshow is about the business plan. Very, very important, because one day when you're going to start, let's say, your own business, then you want some money, right? So you're going to the bank and going to ask them maybe for a loan. So before they're going just tell you, all right, we will give you 500,000, for instance, or R1 million, they're going to ask you that you need to set up a business plan. Okay. Very important, because what you're going to put in this business plan is what the bank is going to look at. So when the bank is receiving this business plan from you, they must actually say, wow, we're quite interesting. Yes, we want to put some money into it. But if your business plan is going to be untidy and boring and they don't like it, what is going to happen? They're not going to give you money to finance your business. So a business plan is going to consist of different departments. You're going to have the front page, you're going to have an index, then you're going to have a description of products or your services, then what is the goals of your business, who owns the business, the production plan, the marketing plan, the human resources plan, the financial plan, and then you end off with summary. So this is basically the different parts of your business plan. And we're going to take each one now and talk about them more in detail. All right, so this is just, if they're going to ask you a question like, what is the different sections of a business plan? Then you must mention these ones: front page, index, and description and goals. Those ones you definitely start with. Then the rest of it doesn't matter really in which order it is, as long as they are all there, like the production plan, the marketing plan, the financial plan, etc. But definitely you're going to end off with your summary. So right, so if you check there with the first one, because we're going to start with that now, that is going to be your front page. Right. Yeah, the front page of your business plan, I've put just an idea there at before you guys, must be really very nice. I actually want to say it must be colorful, it must be beautiful, it must really attract the other person on the other side. So before the bank is going to read anything of your business plan, just by looking at your front page, the bank manager must already say, wow, I really want to invest in this business. All right, so if you look at that picture, what do we see? What must be on the front page of a business plan? Okay, definitely it will be like what is the name of the business going to be? Then they're definitely going to put the name of the owner there with all its contact details. Contact details, I mean telephone number, address, email address, if you got a website address, etc. Then definitely I will say there must be a picture on the front page indicating on your business. So whatever your business is going to be about, that is the picture that you should put on the front page. All right, guys, please stop talking in the chat group for now. I'm concentrating on the list. Otherwise, you're going to ask questions and you're not going to know what's going on. So if you look at this picture, okay, we see the picture there in front of us of the business plan. We see a part of a computer there, and so on. So this is already telling me that this must be a computer business, for instance. So if we look there, at the top, you will see the word up metrics. That is maybe the name of the business. Then they tell you it's a business plan. And then they tell you also the #1 online business planning software. So this is actually telling us a little bit of what type of business we're working here. Okay, so this is a computer business working with the software of the computer. And then there at the bottom, you will see there's all the details. John Doe is the owner, and there is all his details, the address, the telephone number, the web address, etc. Okay, so when you, let's say, need to design a business plan, what are you going to have at the front? The front page. What must be on the front page? The name of the business, all the contact details of the owner and the name of the owner, and a nice, beautiful picture of the business. And please make sure that the front page is nice and clearly and really just something for the eye, and it must be colorful. Right, the next part is the index of the business plan. Now, this is quite easy. That is normally one page, and on that page, you just indicate the different sections of the business plan and on what page you're going to get it on the business plan. So there, for instance, you will have with, let's say, with number 1, you will have a short description of the business. With number 2, you will have, let's say, the production plan. Number 3, the marketing plan. Number 4, the financial plan. And so you will go on and you will end off with a summary. And then with all those things that you're going to write there, you just indicate on which page of the business plan you will get the information. So this is like a normal table of contents that you know. Then the third part is the description of products or services, depending on what type of business you're going to have. All right, so this is the whole page. This is actually not necessary. Just in a short paragraph, you can put here something about your business, telling what type of business it is. If I start looking there at the top, I see business plan, glazed donut shop. So this is indicating to me we're working here with a donut shop, and then you tell us a little bit more of the donut shop. So you can say, for instance, where it is going to be located. Right, your product is going to be selling donuts or making donuts and selling them. So just in a short paragraph, okay, you can indicate a description of your product, or let's say it is a service that you're going to give. The next one is the goals of a business. Okay, now what I've put there is just actually a list with a few goals of a business, and then you can basically just tick it off to indicate which goals are going to be involved in your business. So right, so before we go on, so far we've got the front page, that is very important. After the front page, you're going to get your table of contents, and then you start your business plan. And then the first part is to give a short description of your product or your service, and then after that, then you're going to give the goals of your business. Right, the next one is the ownership of a business. Now, what they mean here is, or what they want is, first of all, who is the owner? So you must give through the name of the owner. And then you must indicate what type of ownership is involved here. Okay, and we mentioned it a little bit earlier. So is it going to be a sole trader? Is it going to be a partnership? Is it a closed corporation? Is it a company? What info it is going to be. Okay, so here you're going to say, right, I am Sanin Vermeulen. I'm going to be the owner of the business, and the type of ownership of my business is, for instance, going to be a sole trader. So that is basically another paragraph you're going to write there indicating these things. Right, then the next one. Ownerships. Okay. This is still part of the previous slideshow. Okay, saying a little bit more of the ownership. So remember on the previous slideshow, I've told you you're going to mention who the owner is, and then you're going to say what type of ownership your business is going to be, like a sole trader, a partnership company, etc. Now with this slideshow, I'm just giving you a little bit more information about different ownerships, because I don't know if you know this. So what is a sole trader? A sole trader means one person is involved. One person is working there. He's the boss. He's the owner. He's doing everything. Especially this is in small businesses, like let's say it was a donut shop. Then this will be a sole trader example, because you've got only that one person. He's the owner and the manager, and he is just doing basically almost everything. Okay. Then a partnership is two or more people. So depending on how big the partnership is going to be. So yes, a partnership cannot be only one person. At least it must be two people, and then it can be 20 partners can be there, or there can be 10 partners can be in the partnership. Then a company. Okay, company, you know, is big things. That is like if you think of Sanlam or Outsurance or those type of people. That is examples of companies. So there's a lot of people that is involved there, and the people that is in charge of the company, we call them directors. And then you will also have some shareholders. They are part of the management of the company. So there's shareholders and directors in a company, and depending on what type of company there is, but normally there's a lot of people involved with a company. Then the close corporation. Okay, you will see there in brackets, I said there, it cannot start new close corporations, only existing ones can continue according to law. This is something that changed in the last few years. So in the past, there was a lot of close corporations, and normally it was businesses that can have one person up to 10 persons. Okay, but according to the new law, basically in the last 2 years, that it was saying that you cannot start a new close corporation, but the existing ones can continue as normal. Okay, so this is just a thing that you also need to know. So because there is still close corporations in our country, but it is the existing ones that can continue, but you cannot start a new close corporation. So for instance, when you want to finish with school and you want to start your own business, then you cannot start a close corporation. You will maybe start either a sole trader or a partnership or a company. So this is just an idea to give you a little bit more info about the different types of ownerships that you have. Right. The next thing that must be in your business plan is the marketing plan. All right. Now, the marketing plan is actually one of the most important parts, except your front page, because this is how you're going to market your business. Okay. So how are you going to get your customers to buy your products or services? Now think for yourself. If you start a new business, okay, what do you want to do? You want to advertise your business. You want to know, everyone must know about your business. So it's going to include advertising. And then I also said they think of business cards. And then on the bottom, on the left-hand side, there's an example of a business card. So on the business card, normally it will shows you what type of business it is, the name of the business, who is the owner, and again, all the contact details of the owner. You can actually say that the business card is almost the same than the front page of your business plan. A business card is just very smaller than a full page. And then on the right-hand side, I've put there an example of an advertisement. And you know, if you even go through a magazine, for instance, and you page through it, what does your eye catch mostly? Okay, something that has to do with pictures, must be colorful. You want the font size of the words. Some of it must be big and some of it must be smaller. But the important part is going to be the big font size that attracts your attention. And also on the advertisement, there must be enough information about this business. So let's say we want to start, this donut shop, okay? And you want to advertise your donut shop. What info do you want on your advertisement? Definitely the name of your donut shop. So let's say it's going to be Donnie's Donut Shop. So that is our name, all right? Then all the contact details must be on in there because the people must get hold of you or they need to know where the shop is going to be located. Then there must be some pictures of donuts, nice donuts, okay? So if the people seeing the donuts, they just want to buy it. Then what is the cost involved? So how much you're going to ask for the donuts? That is what basically is going to be on the advertisement. Nicely, clearly, colorful, your advertisement must be. Think for yourself, if you go through a magazine or a newspaper and the advertisement is just black and white, are you really going to look at it? I don't think so. Right, so after the marketing plan, we're getting the production plan. And the purpose of the production plan is to lay out the schedule of production and how the business over plans to maintain that schedule. It is a medium range plan that takes into account the current supply and demand of the company's product. Okay, that is quite a mouthful. Right, so what is the production plan actually? In the production plan, you're going to set out a schedule of productions. What you're going to produce, how you're going to produce, how many you're going to produce. Okay, and then the owner of the business needs to stick to that production plan. So if you, for instance, decide that, let's say, you're going to make some dresses and you decide to make 1,000 dresses, then you cannot just change that production plan suddenly and say, no, now I only make 500 or now 2,000 dresses. So you must stick to whatever is going to be standing on that production plan. Then after, so it's the marketing plan, the production plan, then you get the human resources plan. Okay, the human resources plan is is to identify your employees' abilities. Before you can start thinking about what your future hiring strategies will be, you want to see how your current situation, that means the people that's working for you, is going to look like. So in that picture, what I've put there for you, and I know you can't really see, but that's not, you don't need to see. I just want you to get the idea of this chart. So the little block that you see right at the top, that single block, that is the person, the owner, or let's say it is a company, then it will be the director of that company. Basically, they will put a picture of him there, they will put his name there, and it will say what is his position in the company. So he's the director or the owner or whatever. Then under that, you will see there's some few more blocks there. There are 2, 4, 6 blocks. This is not to say it must be 6 blocks. It can be, again, 1 block, 2 block, 5 blocks, doesn't matter, depending on what type of business you're going to have. That is the other people under the main person. So let's say we are having a company, then the director's name will be at the top. Then the next blocks will be the people that's in charge of the different departments. So you're going to have a production manager, so his photo and his name will be there. Then you're going to have a purchase manager, so his photo, his name will be there. You're going to have a financial manager. So it is going to be the managers of the different departments. Okay, after that, then you have maybe like general workers there that is working there, like your cleaners or people that is going to deliver things. So those people's faces and their names and their positions will be there. So normally each business is getting a human resources plan, a chart, a HR chart like this, where they put the main character at the top with a photo, his name, and what his position is, and under him the rest of the people that is going to follow with their photos, their names, and their positions. And the person that is having the lowest position is the person that's going to be at the bottom of that chart. Then we still have the financial plan. Okay, now the financial plan, as the word is saying, financial is going to be about money, money, money. A financial business plan is created by gathering all the components of the business and expressing them in numbers, both revenue and startup expenses. Every business plan needs a cash flow projection. So normally what a business will do here is they will put a page like that photo you see of a chart in or of a graph in, and then they will indicate there, for instance, what they project, how many money they're going to make, and maybe what how much they're going to spend and how much they will have left at the end of the day. That means so the profit they're going to make of a business. So I can tell you already, if you give your business plan to a bank, okay, Then they will definitely look at your front page because they want to see what your business is all about, okay, and to attract their attention. And then the second part that is going to be very important to them will be the financial plan, because they need to give you the money. They need to know how much money they must give it to you and how are you going to repay them this money. So remember, the financial plan is anything that has to do about the finances, the money of a business. Okay. Then the summary of a business, that is the last part. Okay, normally that's just one paragraph again where you summarize up on the whole business plan that you have given now. So it's an executive summary, it's a brief introduction and a summary of your business plan. It should describe your business, the problem that it solves, your target market, and financial highlights. Okay, before we go on, so look at what it says. It should describe your business. Remember, there was one page about the description of your business and what products or services that you have. The problem that it solves, your target market, that's more to do with your marketing plan and your production plan. And then the financial highlights will be in your financial plan. We'll show you how to write an executive summary that sets your business plan apart from the rest. And then you will see on the next slideshow, I'm going to give you this link that you can go to in your own time and watch it. It is, they tell you how to basically write a very simple business plan, very nicely with some pictures they indicated to you then. So then you can just also get another perspective or idea of how to write a business plan. Right, so I'm quickly going to move back because I just want to revise for today before I will get to that slideshow. So remember, okay, we've got that first slideshow where I've said this is if you want to start a business. Okay, there you go, the steps that you need to follow. So you need to know those 10 steps. But the most important part is for today, the business plan. So first of all, what is the different sections of a business plan? That is your front page, your index, a description of your products or services, the goals of a business, who owns the business, the production plan, the marketing plan, the human resources plan, the financial plan, and then you end off with a summary. And then we have taken each section more in detail. So your front page was the one that must look very nicely, must have the name of the business, who the owner is, the contact details of the business with a nice picture. Then the index or the table of contents is a one page where you just indicate what is going to follow in your business plan with the different page numbers. The description of your products and services is the next page, a short paragraph where you're going to indicate what product you're going to sell or service you're going to render and how it is going to work. Then the goals of a business, right? Like I said, you can use like this example where you list a few goals and then you can even tick off which ones you want to achieve or maybe already have achieved. The ownership of a business, that is your next page. So every time the heading that you see is going to be a separate page in your business plan. So the ownership of a business, you're going to mention the name of the owner and what type of ownership is going to be involved, like a sole trader, partnership, company, etc. And then I've put this one in just to indicate you more a little bit about the different ownerships that you can get. Then the next page is your marketing plan. This is how you're going to market your products or services to attract the customers to come and buy these things with you. And normally you do it by advertising. So you put an advertisement in, or you as the owner have some business cards where you can give it out to customers or to people. Your production plan, okay, this is actually how, let's say you want to produce something, how you're going to do it, how many you're going to do it, and how it's basically going to work. your human resources plan. This is to say who is all the people that is going to work for you in the business. And as I said, normally they put it in the form of a chart, a HR chart, where they put the main character at the top. That is usually your owner. And then followed by it, they will show you the rest of the people that's working for you. But it's normally in the order of importance till the lowest one at the bottom, and that is normally your cleaners, that is at the bottom. Then your financial plan is all about the finances, the money of a business, and normally they also put it in a graph form where they can indicate to you what you think the income is going to be in the business, what the expenses is going to be in the business, and how many profit you're going to make. And then you end off with a summary of your business, a short paragraph, just indicating again, describe what your business is all about, your target markets, your financial highlights, etc. In a small paragraph, you indicate that. And then remember that link that you can go and watch regarding the business plan. Right, and now, please prepare yourself on today's work, as we will continue with the business plan tomorrow, but we almost actually finished with it, and then a small test on the business plan tomorrow. So I want you guys to go back, just work on these slideshows, because the questions you're going to get are going to be based on these slideshows. For instance, a question will be, mention the different sections of the business plan. Or let's say if the figures or the money of a business plan is falling under what part of the business plan, all right, that will be the financial plan. So it will be questions like this. So please work through the PowerPoints, and then tomorrow after we have done the work, you're going to write a small test on it. All right. Sorry, people, is there any questions that you want to ask? Nothing? All right, people, no questions? Then we will stop there for today, and then I will see you tomorrow. Remember again also that first page that we couldn't get through to you guys so you can see, that will be also part of the PowerPoint slideshow, so you're more than welcome to go onto that document. Remember, it was where you're going for fun, tick off yes or no to see if you are a possible entrepreneur for the future or not. All right, so okay, people, then thank you very much for today. Have a nice afternoon, and then I will see you tomorrow again. Goodbye.